Hello guys and welcome to the video. So today is episode 8 of the Beginner's Adventure series and we got a bit to talk about. So let's not try and waste any time. So since the last video, you guys know that I was farming the Rift Beast so I can obtain those crystals that you get in the Rift Beast. The reason that I wanted to obtain them was to hurry up and get the long farming out of the way that was needed to get the Homunculus' skills up. So if you don't know, the Homunculus is a really good unit. Most people aim for the water one. That's who you're probably seeing a lot in a lot of people's like friend reps. But in the beginning, even in the last video, I suggested that when you do aim for the Homunculus, which I would, is like you can use this guy to cover some weak spots for your beast team. Because who knows, some of you may have crazy fire units sitting in your storage that you could use to beat the Wind Beast. So you guys got a good Wind Beast team up and coming, but you might not have good units for the Water Beast or the Fire Beast. So with that, I was suggesting that maybe you use, again, this guy to cover any attackers that you might not have ready. So for me, it's like I chose the Fire Homunculus, and I chose 2 of his skills. I could have chose the Wind one, which probably would have been not that bad, but I chose the Fire one just for the extra damage output that he would have on the Wind Beast. But I chose single target attacks. Reason being is for the Light Beast. The Light Beast, we can look at the Light Beast in a second. But he has branding here. He has decreased attack speed, disturb HP recovery, damage based off of harmful effects. So it'd be really easy for us to get tons of damage out. But I mean, you take a look at the Light Beast. Take a look at the strategy info. I believe it's Light Distortion. He creates a shield. Light Distortion creates a distorted shield that substantially decreases the inflicted damage amount when receiving multiple hits. It shares the damage with the Light Beast, and the Beast's attacks will become stronger according to the remaining HP of the distorted shield. You can destroy the distorted shield by using monsters that inflict great damage with the least amount of hits. So units like Crow are really good here because Crow doesn't do multi-hits. He does one single hit, and it'll be big nuking damage. So you can even go into the monster info here, and you see units like Belagear, who does big nukes. You got Leica, who also does nukes. Crow is the number 1 unit here. You also got Sabrina and Talia. So it's just, I wanted to make sure I got a unit that was not only doing big damage in the Wind Beast, but could also potentially be brought into the Light Beast to help with any of my damage if need be. So Jew Bagel free to play team. Let's see. Oh, super free to play. Yeah, this is the most free to play team I've ever seen. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing since the last video, is just farming the Rift Beast. Though again, as you saw, he is done, so I kind of was able to get back into Giants for a little bit. I got into Giants like 2, maybe 3 hours ago, which is good. I can get back to farming runes, which is what I really need ultimately. But I just wanted to get the hard part done first. So with that being said, the next thing is Bernard. You guys know that I'm building Bernard. Reason being is to help with the Ice Beast. So my Ice Beast team is not exactly the greatest at the moment. It's working kind of, but it's not. It's like A+, right? So it can get to the groggy state. It can deal tons of damage, but it can't really complete the job, getting an S. So the way I'm trying to to fix that is by, what's the problem, right? What's happening when I'm jumping into the stage? And when I hop into the Ice Beast, around the second or the third wave, quote unquote, or the third phase, after he leaves the groggy state, sometimes my damage dealing units, even though they could take down the boss, they're not, because they're busy getting frozen, right? And I have Lulu for immunity and healing and all that, but it's just not working as it should. And you may ask, okay, why is that happening? Right, so let's take a look at the Ice Beast. So Freezing Roar is a skill we'll take a look at. He puts the allies under the freezing air effect. The max HP of all allies under the freezing air effect will be greatly decreased, and the damage increases proportionate to the remaining freezing air amount. The freezing air effect will be substantially removed proportionate to the increased amount of attack bar. So use skills that increase your attack bar or keep the attack speed high to remove the effect quickly. Now, as you can see, even though it says freezing air, freezing roar, it doesn't talk about actually freezing your allies. What it does is it puts like this little bar over your HP, over all of your allies' HP, so they have less max HP, and the boss deals increased damage. This is a surefire way that the boss is just going to essentially try and nuke your team down. But what's bad about him is not exactly the freezing air effect, but the ice sweep that's combined with the freezing air effect. See, when he uses Ice Sweep, he attacks all enemies 2 times using its gigantic body. This is both your front and your back row units. And he puts the enemies that are under the freezing air effect under the freezing effect. So your allies get frozen. Which means by the time your allies take their turn, they're not doing anything. They're not dealing damage. They're not doing nothing. So you're losing turns. So you're not defeating the boss in time. So that's where the problems lie. So if I can bring Bernard, who not only has attack bar increasing, but attack speed increasing effects, that'll possibly work. I mean, that's what I do on my 3-star account, and we're getting triple S every single time. So it should work here. So we take a look at Bernard, and Bernard, he has okay runes at the moment. It could be better, but hey, it works. You know, he has decent defense, he has decent HP. I have him with HP defense, so he's able to take hits in that front row, because he's only going to be 5-starred at the moment, and it's going to be a while before I even think of probably giving him a 2A. So yeah, that, and if I can get one more, all I need for this, if I can get his skill ups for level 3, that'd be for his level 3 or whatever, that'd be it. Let's see, who knows? Nope. I don't think I have any of his skill ups sitting around in the yeah, no, I have nothing, and I'm not, I don't want to, I want to have at least one copy of every 2A in my thing, so I'm trying to not do it. By the way, look at this. I have the light Frankenstein. I could probably make a video on it eventually. But yeah, so him, I've also worked on Shannon a tiny bit. Like this rune I threw on her, it has some accuracy on it. This one I believe is different. This one for sure is different. So you can see it's like the enchanted gems that I've been getting from the Rift Beast do help, because you see, like, this is her these are her despair runes. So you know, I have a couple gems for despair, determination, fight runes. It's just like, these are really helpful, because it gets us that much closer to having what would look like perfect runes, because it's just like I can go and farm grind. I might not have to replace these runes on her for quite some time. Eventually I could farm grinds and just like throw those grinds onto this rune. This rune, no, I would eventually replace this. Obviously I'll replace that. This one I could keep. I could replace that either the flat HP. Actually, I could probably just change something around with this. But this one I would replace. But it works. So other than that, the last thing, and then the video's done, is Naomi. Naomi still needs runes. I'm still looking for runes for her. But I need a crit damage and attack percent rune. And I'm not trying to take runes off of anybody. But like, this has crit rate, next to no crit damage. This doesn't really benefit her too much. I'm not trying to take runes off of Crow. What about crit damage? Yeah, I have despair crit damage percents. But yeah, so it's just been farming giants B10 over the next few days for sure. But for her 2A, just to give you a heads up, when I do her 2A, the team I'm planning on using is Veramos, Bernard, Shannon, and Naomi. Or I might take out Veramos and put Lulu and have Bernard as the lead, so she has extra attack power. And the strategy would be to enter obviously the fights, have them. If Lulu can survive, that'd be good. If not, then I could also temporarily move his runes to like Colleen, because I do have Colleen 5-starred, but I don't have her skilled up. That's the problem. Colleen could work. Plus, I am planning on building Colleen eventually for a Wind Beast for healing. There's a lot of units. But when I do get to the boss stage, I would aim for the left crystal first because that weakens defense. Then I could actually just do Veramos, Colleen, Shannon, Naomi, and that would work completely fine. That'd actually be almost like a 100% team. And then I aim for the right crystal and then aim for the boss. But again, when it actually comes time to 2Aing her, if I get my team up and running and it's consistent, then yeah, for sure I'll make a video on it. But at the moment, it's just like that's not what I'm doing at the moment. I haven't been doing that. I've been focusing all of my time on the homunculus, which I'm finally over with. That was a big thing for me. Yesterday it's just all I was doing was farming the homunculus. Like, let me tell you, that homunculus sitting there and farming crystals the entire time. I mean, cool. I got all these neat little like grinds and all that stuff, but it's just like, Jesus, man. Your brain goes numb. It's like you're not throwing runes on anybody. You're just sitting there and clicking repeat battle the entire time. So yeah. Anyways, by the way, also been using enchanted gems on Lapis. So it's like, I don't have any revenge. Or actually, I probably do. No. But you see, I put crit damage. Here I put crit rate. Here I put attack percent, speed. So it's like her crit rate's slightly better, her attack, her crit damage, all that's slightly better, which in turn has been helping a little bit more with the Fire Beast. I don't think they ever beat Lapis or Crow in terms of damage for... Yeah, they didn't. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, that's all we're going to get into. I'm... like, there hasn't been that much that's been done. But at the end of the day, that's it, right? So what do I hope at the very least we can get done by the next video? By the next video, I would love if for this, for Jesus, God's sake, oh my God, can we get Naomi some runes? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Gosh, man, it's just I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.